It's been 10 years since Dora's cousin Diego moved to the city of Los Angeles with his family, and now she's come to live with him after her parents have deemed her constant explorations of the jungle to be a little too dangerous. However, while it seems that Dora is perfectly at home exploring the jungles of Peru, she's not quite comfortable exploring the jungles of high school. After numerous amounts of embarrassments, even Diego winds up ditching Dora at a winter dance, and things just seem to go downhill from there. All of this changes when out on a field trip. Dora, Diego, and two others named Sammy and Randy are whisked back to Peru to aid a group of treasure hunters in trying to locate Dora's parents and also possibly Para Plata, a city said to have the world's largest population of gold. This is Dora and the Lost City of Gold. Okay, so I tried to review this thing earlier. I got really bad at this, so I apologize. I'm really flustered. I had to junk all of that, so like I said, just bear with me. Overall, I mean, I know I'm really not the intended age demographic for this movie at all. I just, you know, but I mean, I was like 20 when Dora the Explorer debuted, but still, you know, I thought this could be either really good, this could either be kind of enjoyable or, well, enjoyably bad, and I lean more towards the former in this. There's some kind of bizarre bits in this. Like I kind of like early on, because they show Dora as a 6-year-old with Diego, and they're out on their adventure, and it turns out it's just them playing, and it's Dora's imagination. So, you know, her backpack that talks and her map that talks, and it looks like Swiper the fox is also like just a fictional character in her mind. And you'd think this is where Boots would be talking, but Boots doesn't talk at all at that bit. But still, it's like, okay, you see her at 6, and she's still acting like it's a TV show, and, you know, turning to the camera and going, "Can you say delicioso?" And, you know, nothing happening because it's not that, because it's supposed to be real life. But still, you get the idea that it's, okay, it's a little kid, and then we jump ahead 10 years, and then Diego moves to Los Angeles with his family. We then jump ahead 10 years, and that's where the main plot about the City of Gold and the dangers of the jungle start to kick in. And sort of from that, you know, that's where things get weird, start to get a little weird. You know, like Dora has a satellite phone, she's trying to keep her parents' coordinates, but she kind of loses track of them. It sort of doubles with her constant awkwardness in high school, making things even more awkward, and Diego, you know, even turning his back because he doesn't want to lose what little popularity he has. And I will point out these two characters, Sammy and Randy. Sammy is another girl. She's kind of the do-it-all. I don't know if she's popular because it's wavers back and forth, but she's very activist-minded. She gets all the good grades. She's the class president, and so she's very goal-oriented, and the fact that Dora is kind of smarter than her tips her off and makes her a little jealous. And Randy is this really geeky guy, and he's bullied on everyone, but Dora's kind of nice to him, and that's about the extent of it. Sammy is kind of a romantic interest for Diego, and that's really the only romance that happens in this story, so I'm not going to talk about that. But still, so you get the idea there where everything starts to play in. While they're being kidnapped, they're actually rescued by this guy named Alejandro, who says he's an assistant, or he was assisting Dora's parents. He was a linguistics professor who was helping them with some of the languages. That's not true. He's actually like the leader of the treasure hunter group. And that we learn treasure hunting is bad, just exploring is good, because Para Plata is said to be cursed. You're not supposed to take any of the gold from it. But Dora's parents want to find it just so they can study it and observe and explore. Explorer's good, treasure hunter's bad. And as we're seeing this, suddenly Swiper pops up with the treasure hunters, like he's their pet fox, but he can talk. And it's like, okay, wait, I thought Swiper was just a figment of Dora's imagination. And then, okay, and then way later, after she's reunited with Boots, at one point she's feeling down, and she's afraid she can't save anyone, and she's inadvertently dragged, 3 innocent people into this, and this is all a disaster. And then Boots says, "No, you're just a teenager, Dora. You need to learn to be a teenager, basically. You've learned to be an explorer, you've learned to be a little girl, but you need to grow up." And that's the whole joke, is that it's, tough guy actor Danny Trejo as Boots the adorable monkey. And again, it's like, it's this one bit he speaks, and then it never happens again, and it's sort of played off as, did he speak? We don't know, because only Dora heard it. Technically only Dora is the person on screen who hears him. And yeah, that's, like I said, that's sort of the weird bits, but I mean, overall, it's fun. There's a good, decent amount of humor in this. There's in-jokes to the TV series. There's even one point where, as a teenager, she's sort of vlogging on her phone, and she comes across one of the poison dart frogs, and she says, "Can you say neurotoxin and paralysis?" And so, like, there's little bits in there. Like I said, there's some funny bits in the high school parts too, where she thanks all the cafeteria workers for the food because she really likes mac and cheese. She's never had that before. And there's some humor. There's a lot of booby traps, obviously, because this is an exploration film. So, like, I would definitely put this ahead of, say, the Tomb Raider movie that came out last year. That was just really boring and felt like watching a cutscene from the game. Like just watching all the cutscenes from the game pasted together. This definitely had a bit more of an originality to it. The characters were all fun, so basically, yeah, they find, guess what, Alejandro's not the assistant. He turns out he's leading the treasure hunters. They find the lost city of gold. Oh, it turns out there's this booby trap that triggered something, and Alejandro he basically gets killed. And Dora learns this one secret that actually opens the door to the real treasure, and her friends, and her parents all see it, and it's amazing. But then Swiper steals the statue, and it causes everything to collapse. But then Boots gets the statue back, and basically, when everyone starts there, they manage to reunite everyone with their families in Peru. Dora's parents say, "You know what, I think you're ready to come along with us," but she's like, "Actually, I kind of go back with Diego. I think I need to, live life as a normal person for a while and not be an explorer." And the joke is, as she leaves, they're like, "We're really proud of you. Good for you, Dora." And then as she leaves, they immediately start crying, like, "Oh, we lost her." And that's about it. But like I said, it's not bad. I think little kids are really going to like it. Adults will probably find it enjoyable. So no, we're not doing that. That's what it costs you to jump the first review. So no. Overall, I'd probably give it a C+. Dora the Lost City Gold gets a C+.
As a ballerina, Dora will spin and twirl.
You're a great ballerina!
But in her merengue dress, she magically knows.
I love dancing to merengue music!
She's a fiesta girl.
Move your arms up and down, shake your head. How's this, Dora? Great! Muy bien!
A ballet dress, a ballet twirl. A merengue dress, a merengue girl.
The everyone can dance. The everyone can dance.
From the new Dance to the Rescue DVD, it's Dress and Dance Dora, who knows which dance to do just by the dress you choose.
Okay, trailer time, and again, we seem to actually have some new trailers to talk about for once. Granted, they're not spectacular trailers, and we've also had a couple of new trailers for movies we've had trailers for before, but still seem pretty nice. First up is Arctic Dogs. Yeah, this is about a fox who wants to be a sled dog, like in Alaska or something. I don't know when this film is supposed to take place, but yeah. And there's a walrus who wants to, like, drill for natural gas or something. It just looked weird. After that, we had the Playmobil movie. Now, this is funny because this actually got pushed way back. Because this was supposed to come out, I think, June, and it got pushed back to August this month, and then it got pushed back to next year because it's an STX film. And I think it was actually supposed to come out like the same week as My Spy, which is also an STX film, so I have no idea what's going on there. After that, we had Spies in Disguise again. That's the movie about Will Smith being a spy that gets turned into a pigeon. Abominable again. Angry Birds 2 again. This was a new trailer, but basically it was just the one bit you keep seeing in all the other trailers. We got a new trailer for the Addams Family. We got a little bit more of the plot in this, and where it's the idea they're moving to a more normal neighborhood, and it seems to be ruffling a lot of feathers. And running things off, we are playing with fire again. So, yeah, that was the last of that. And, okay, so the next review, the next movie review is going to be Angry Birds 2. And then, if I can, Blinded by the Light. I'd really like to see that. Unfortunately, one thing, my AMC Stubs thing, that cleared, but I can't for 100% say that Blinded by the Light's going to be playing at the AMC theater, so that might be in an iffy spot. Also, there's, you know, finances are getting a little tight at this point, and there's something else, but I don't want to talk too much about it. It's nothing bad, it's just I don't want to talk about it. Anyway, like I said, hopefully it'll be Blinded by the Light, and then Ready or Not. The next video after this is going to be the random trade review on Chew Volume 1 Taster's Choice. After that will be the NXT TakeOver Toronto review, or the 2019 version of it. and then we're going to have the SummerSlam 2019 review after that. So, see you all next time. Hey guys, check out my Patreon and see how you can request a movie for me to review, even if it's some stinker like A Dog's Way Home or the Sonic the Hedgehog movie. Also, if you like what you see, give the video a like, share, subscribe, and don't forget to ring that notification bell.